welcome back to Satisfactory. Today I think we're just going to do something simple. We had a huge play yesterday building our Quickwire factory over there. And then we have determined this is where we're going to drop it in, all of our good old-fashioned Quickwire. My plan is to generally drop it in here, store a little bit, and then use the rest of it somewhere else. I don't know exactly where, but it's somewhere on this side of the factory. And then we'll just go from there. So this is just going to be Drone Platform City. Let's extend this a little bit. Let's just go out something like this. Real simple, straightforward, nothing too complicated. Always zoop along the longest axis. Always, always, always. All right, we want 6 drones. I'm going to go out. Let's give ourselves a little room. Ooh. Maybe a little bit more room than would be allowed out here. Like so. And then let's just get this kind of down as the foundation. And then what I'm thinking is we'll probably have 2 layers of drones. I might go out a little farther, but if I go too much farther out, it's gonna be weird. Let's go out 1 or 2 more. And then from here, we'll put in a drone port. They're always a little bigger than I'm planning on. I guess we could probably get rid of this. Not really pointing in a very convenient location anymore. And do we have easy access to power down here? We need access to power. There we go. And maybe we'll just run this on the edge here. You know? Or we can get out and not have any issues. And then be right on the edge. We'll set you up. And then we can go where we normally go. Maybe right in front of the ladder, something like that. Then you can get power. All right. So instead of putting them all right next to each other, I'm thinking about like a spacer. Oh boy, uh-oh. Oh, we found it. Right on the edge for power. Unfortunately, we need to go 1 more out to leave the gap that we are looking for. Maybe we could pull some power over here, though. Where do we want to put this? Right in the middle? Maybe one more line here. And then let's make sure that we always have the ability to get rid of this stuff. All right. And we'll just drop you in here, and you in here, you in here. Okay, nice and easy. But I want this to be like right next to these on this same line. Probably. Let's see if we can get these on the same line. This might be worthy of a nudge. Also might be easier to build this first, if we want to make sure it's aligned properly. And then we can pull this out like this. You already know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get it lined up perfectly here. Reasonably perfectly anyway. All right. And then, yeah, one more right in front of this one. That'll allow us to merge these two lines. Right, so this will go here. All right, that's turned in the wrong direction by a million miles. Oh, I guess this one is actually over here. That's gonna be weird. Yeah, let's get this lined up right here. Actually, what are we doing then? So this connects to here. Why is that so far off? That's just weird. We gotta do better than that. Come on now. Wow. I am destined to put these things in the wrong direction. Let's just get it right this time, shall we? Okay, here we go. So, now, this one goes here, this one goes here, this one goes here. I guess our straight option needs to go back this way. And then we'll go back this way for this side. finding the exact right position for these is everybody's favorite. Okay. Big bam boom. I like the looks of this. Then we just put a drone. Everybody gets a drone. Now, the real problem is we don't have packaged fuel linked in, but we want to start moving that quick wire, so let's do a little hand delivery of packaged fuel. $50 units should be plenty while we gather the fuel that we need. I decided to bring the fuel down instead of bringing all the quick wire down. And then we're going to say mega quick wire import space. Copy 1. Close. Edit. Paste 2. Close. Edit. Paste 3. Close. I think you see where I'm headed with this. 4. 5. And 6. This is going to burn a lot of fuel because it's such a short trip, but that's fine. This port, what did I call that? Quick wire. Totally quick wire export 6. I guess while I'm there, I could do the reverse, right? And this is totally 5. And then we can do this port in reverse. This is totally 4. Totally 1. Totally 2. And then totally 3. That's cool. All right. We've got time because we've got 3 industrial storage containers of buffer. Let's get something a little less aggressive. Jeez. And then where are the sheets? Let's pull some sheets in because we are going to be using a lot. Try to let them repopulate. Looks like that would be an excellent target for this fuel. Okay, and then let's go down here. Ooh. We'll just do an infinite lift. So easy to get the fuel down here. I'm very happy with this. Now, why are you way up there to drop down? Come on, people. That drone behavior is going to be the death of me. Let's link in the fuel. Already getting an initial shipments of Quickwire. And we'll just quickly connect the fuel down here. Ooh, that is not at all what we wanted. There we go. Oh, we gotta do that times 2. I thought that was a little too easy. They're flying way up there to drop down. I don't know why they're doing that. I guess the clearance of this, I need to move it out even further. But whatever. I'm being extremely flagrant, I guess, with my rocket fuel. It runs for a very long time, and we make an awful lot of it. And I don't want to build 6 belts over here. I guess I could have built a nice train system, but I didn't want to do that either. I'd rather just connect a little bit of fuel, move on with my day. And so that's what we've done. Okay, so now we have these 3, which is effectively 6. Industrial storage containers, or 6 lines of Quickwire that we want to deal with, make use of, efficiently distribute any and all of those things. Look at that. So much goodness. And really, we could just drop this straight in as kind of a initial feed. And they look like they are really they're really delivering. Holy moly. I mean, do we want to try to cross wire any of this? Or are we just gonna not care? I think I'm gonna not care to start. Right, this will dramatically increase our AI limiter production. Let's send in 2 lines. Suddenly, this line looks a lot more full. We are buffering, though. These guys are fully emptying, so that's good news. This is definitely buffering, though. Ooh, that's definitely buffering. We're putting in too much, basically. At the same time, some of these lines look empty. Like, look at all the empty that's going on here. And then these middle belts also look empty. I think I should drop some stuff right on here. Something like this, I think. I could do something to run this off into the middle belt, which obviously has a lot more space on it. Let's merge something into here. Try to capture a little bit of the efficiency that's available to us. I kind of try to take a guess. I don't think I was anywhere close. We gotta try that again. Let's try 6 on the high side. Yeah, something like that. How are the green lights going on over here? We're still not getting green lights. Or am I just... I'm seeing things. Most of these are green. Some of these down here at the end aren't, though. I find that hard to believe. We're pushing 3 full belts. Good grief. I guess instead of trying to force it here, which isn't really flowing, I could go under and pop back out. That would give this center one. Oh, there's an option. So here we've already fed. Now it's claiming that all the lines are full. And now we're backing up over here as well. We're gonna have to do some up and over type stuff here. But let's put a smart splitter in here and have this left side overflow. I don't think that's ever going to overflow. If it does, we've got some serious problems. What do we do with all this Quickwire? Oh man, we suddenly have a ton of it. We could go under and pop back up. Or at least one of these. But maybe two. And then we'll have these kind of just connect mostly for this row. But we are going to have to do a little up and under. We'll do a 6er. See if that's low enough. It's looking pretty good, actually. In the unlikely event that this gets backed up, we'll put a merger over here to catch it. Or we could set it up, you know, the correct way. Overflow this way and any this way. And we'll send that good stuff straight in. I don't expect that we're going to have... We should be making... Try to have three thoughts at the same time there. We should be making more AI limiters by a wide margin. Like some of these machines that were never running should be running pretty close to full time now. Just a little hand balancing since not all of these are actually being used currently. The other place where we were using Quickwire, I feel like it's below where we are now. Whoa, I'm totally wrong. absolutely has to be above us. At least I thought so. Yeah, we're not doing Quickwire there. It's not here, and we've got plenty of that stuff. Huh, I'm starting to think surely we're not using Quickwire only in that one location. Whoops. Ran out of fuel mid-flight there. Well, I mean, if this is the only place where we're using it, maybe it makes sense to just connect all of this. I just don't buy it. Yeah, I don't buy it. Hold on. We're going to have to take a little mini factory tour here to find out where else we're using Quickwire. I could have sworn that on some edge of this thing, we were using Quickwire and we were thinking that we were gonna import it on this side of the factory. No, those are iron plates. Yeah, that's the new place where we started making rotors. Inline screws for versatile frames. This is the fixsmith section. Copper powder and electronic circuit boards. Well, if it goes up much higher, it's definitely not going to be the right thought. Sheets. Heat sinks and sheets. Bunch of steel ingot so we can make some more pipes. Ah, here we go. Right, exactly. 4 hour. How are you suddenly getting all this good? Wait, are you telling me you're full on Quickwire now? Ah, these guys are actually short on cable. But once they get the cable, they're going to be short on Quickwire again. So really, we're short on cable. No, we're short on wire. Okay, but the point is the same. We should probably load some extra Quickwire in here. Even though technically we can't. We're loading it 2 different ways. What a fun factory we ended up building here. We're loading the Quickwire, making half of it locally, and the other half is getting piped in. And that's because it is demanding an awful lot. 270. So it doesn't take long to fill that up. But you could add a little bit to it by making it locally. Okay. I see what I did here. So now we just need to figure out, is there a good injection point? It might be over here. Or not. Or so. Ooh. Oh, wait. The Quickwire's coming in way down here. Okay. I think I see it now. We'll leave ourselves a little landmark. I'm thinking the answer is an infinite lift. Not gonna be a pretty one, though. It looks like some of our Quickwire is starting to... let's see. Our storage is probably not that big. So it would probably peter out pretty quickly. It better not be for fuel reasons, though. Everybody should have plenty of gas. Okay, and then we gotta figure out how high we're gonna go with this thing. In the middle, on the side. Do you think that's the right one? I'm not totally sure. It obviously is not the right one. Maybe it's this side. All right. I like the looks of this. We'll connect this one. I guess one infinite lift would be nice, but sometimes multiple semi-infinite lifts are just as good. This is probably the best case for having this stuff on kind of a single location and running it to that location and then knowing, okay, so this foundation is 100% X, Y, and Z lift territory, because it is very difficult. Maybe it's easier for you, but it's very difficult for me to understand where this straight line is. On the center and off the center. Okay, so it's on this other side. On the center, off the center. It might make sense for me to go ahead and grab this into where we really want it. Why isn't this side outputting or inputting? These are actually single stacked. Oh no, I did it again. This is Quickwire and this is wire. Yeah, I made that mistake before. Well, I guess just dropping it right in here is the way to go. Where are we here? I need to figure out... Well, we're bringing up 2 belts, first of all. It isn't great, because we're probably not going to want to use 2 belts. Okay. Wow. Quite possibly the most intense clipping I've ever done. We can't allow that. We're going to have to run around this. Well, our use of fuel is actually not insignificant. It moved that much in the amount of time that we were observing. That's not great. Okay, so it looks like this really... We need to figure out a cable situation more than anything. We'll grab a chunk of cable here and we'll just dump it in. Somewhere around here. Wow, that's a lot of copper sheets. Somewhere around here, we've got a cable storage. Here we go. But you know what? We probably need to take a little cable with us to decontaminate that belt. Since we put that quick wire on the cable line, I'm pretty sure if we run cable directly, it'll clear. At least that's a hope. That should be enough. Worst case scenario, we could pull the quick wire like that. Yeah, see, it was contaminated. Might have been contaminated for a while, considering how fast these things are populating. Nice. And the cable from the storage is really helping us out. So right now our deficit is wire of all things. I think I'm either gonna peel back. What are you up to? You going out? Oh, this is a dangerous game. I'm gonna stop playing this. I was gonna try to catch a ride on a drone, but nope, nope. We're gonna be good. So this side is claiming total fullness on the top side Quickwire here. Why am I having trouble finding the straight mode button? I use this thing all day, every day. Oh, I just don't like the results. That's why. Well, we might have a little too much Quickwire. Our system is not really consuming it all, which is shocking. I mean, that's a lot of Quickwire. We'll burn off another chunk of it, just overclock these first machines. Two and a half times more AI limiters. It's always a good thing. And it is a lot of green now. A lot of green we weren't getting before. I'm gonna leave this just in case we decide that we need it. It doesn't look like we need it though, because we dropped in one belt and it's already pausing. Of course, that's probably still because we don't have enough cable. I don't know. That injection of cable is going a long way for sure. Yeah, our real problem is our lack of copper wire. We really shouldn't add anything to this. How much of this are we actually using? Actually, pretty good chunk. Really? 60 per? Ooh, that's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 60 times 2. 2 belts worth, which is why we probably have 2 belts loaded. Yeah, we have 2 belts loaded. Well, I could take a moment to get some copper wire going, or I'll probably just push forward. whatever it is we were looking for on the AI limiters. Let's use context clues and figure it out. Electromagnetic rods, obviously. That and stators to make this project part out of the electromagnetic rods in question. 1 per minute. So maybe 20 machines. Try to get it done in a reasonable amount of time. We'll have to find a floor. I guess we'll build it on this side of the world. Actually, we might be able to squeeze it in here. This is, in fact, where all of our AI limiters are going. Oh. And we've got a ton of them stored up. Is this where they've been going the whole time? I thought we were using them, but we've just been storing them? No. We're using them for crystal oscillators. We've got plenty of quartz crystal going in. Not as much rubber. That's the problem. We don't have a ton of rubber going. All right. I'm curious. How much do we have in storage over here? A good chunk. More than I thought it would be. So that means some of these are not running. What is going on here? It is pumping. I guess this is the last guy on the list. He's just not getting very much heavy oil residue. Yeah, as soon as I come around and take a peek, suddenly you find all the heavy oil residue you need. Well, here's the problem. If I pull... Oh, hold on. I could pull a little bit of gas out of here. And then use it in a recycling plant. And then drop the empties back here as well. Yeah, it looks like we could afford like half a belt's worth. Figuring out how we put this in a place where we can actually use it and then re-inject the empties. Oh man, that's gonna be a nightmare. That's a nightmare for like 3 videos from now. We're not going to worry about that right now. We're going to call it right there. We got a reasonable facsimile of all of our new Quickwire put in place. Let's see how we are, if we're still moving stuff around nicely over here. I should expect a lot of this is flowing now. Oh yeah, much better. 300 Quickwire, 800 Quickwire, 100 Quickwire with 2,000 on board. Hello, doing a Tokyo drift. So that looks good. Quickwire flowing up. Getting shipped out. With absolutely no internal construction errors whatsoever. All right, I'm happy with that. We'll have to decide. I mean, we've got plenty of AI limiters now. Whatever we want to do with the AI limiters, we should do that really quickly here. What is our stator situation? We'll look at that and then we'll call it. We just started using stators, so I wouldn't want to be in a situation where we burn through all of our stators. Though technically, stators are kind of the last thing we need to worry about. Where did we put our stators? That's where we're consuming stators. We actually have a surplus of rotors. We're out of stators. Uh-oh. That's exactly what I was afraid of. Wherever this is, it needs to be like near the end here. This one's the stators back here. We dumped out all of our stators. Except for this little chunk that's kind of marooned. Well, technically I'm glad we have these. Nice 14,400. Well, I don't want to make any more stators right now. I'm betting, though, that we don't have stators because we're short on copper wire. Oh, look at that. We're short on copper wire. What do you know? I'm gonna check to make sure the copper starter factory is adding to the sushi belt the way that I think it should be. I mean, copper wire is running pretty well and looks like it might be on its own belt. So that just means we're not making enough copper wire. This starter factory has gotten us a long way, but it might be time to consider. Just consider getting out of it. But we'll send a huge chunk of copper wire down the line. Let it integrate. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm not even going to track it down. Oh, it's got its own line and it's using the sushi line as well. Interesting. That's a highly sushi line. But I think we're going to call it. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. We'll see you next time.